As the summer has gone along for Leaf fans, the question has been, is William Nylander going to be a Leaf next year, or will he be traded this offseason? And we all heard, the speculation of, well, Matthews' contract pretty much done. They're just waiting this and this. Well, then it's like mid-August, and there's been no contract yet. So every Leaf fan is starting to freak out a little bit. And all of that can be put to rest today, as Auston Matthews re-ups with the Leafs. A 4-year deal, so unfortunately the Leafs don't get the extra term that they want. They don't get that 8-year deal, 6-year deal, whatever the case may be. It's only a 4-year deal for Auston Matthews, but with obviously this upcoming year being the last year of the last contract, it's basically from right now a 5-year deal worth $13.25 million. It is a lot of money for Auston Matthews, but well deserved for the best player on the Toronto Maple Leafs. There's no doubt about it. We've seen it year in, year out. He is by far the best Leaf. I understand you can talk about who the MVP was last year, this and that, but I'm going to read off some numbers for you guys about why Auston Matthews is one of the best in hockey. All right? Shout out Jay Fresh Hockey on Twitter for finding this out. 5-on-5 goals this past season, the past 5 years. Now, this is obviously, if you don't know hockey very well, 5-on-5 is no power play. Okay? No power play points at all. 5-on-5 goals. Auston Matthews is first with 145. The next best is McDavid at 117. He almost has a 30-goal gap between the next best guy. 5-on-5 goals per 60 the last 5 seasons. So 5-on-5 goals per 60 minutes in a game. Auston Matthews number 1 at 1.62. David Pastrnak is second at 1.44. A massive jump. Now, did Auston Matthews have a quote-unquote down year last year? Yeah, you could say so. The goal scoring wasn't as high as we'd all like it to be. Remember Alex Ovechkin at age 25? He only scored 32 goals. And we all know the historic career he's put together since then. So, not worried about Auston. And for the 13.25, look, let me put it this way. The cap went up $1 million this past offseason, so you really don't see anything crazy happen there. Obviously, Matthews' contract is still 11.6. I just looked it up before the video. So, with it being 13.25, it's a raise of what, 1.6, I believe it is? Something like that. Over the course of the 4-year span. Well, the cap is going to go up drastically. We've continuously heard that. Drastically over the next 2, 3, 4 years after this year. So going into next offseason and offseasons down the road, the cap will go way up. So that 13.25 will look a lot better as years goes along. That's what Kyle Dubas thought this 11.6 contract would look like. Same with the Nylander and Marner and Tavares contracts. He thought they were all going to look great, but then COVID smacked its ugly face out there, and you couldn't do anything flat cap era. Well, now it's over, and the cap is going to start going up. That Matthews contract is not going to look terrible, so I don't look at that as a hindering contract for the Toronto Maple Leafs. What I look at it as one of the best players in hockey has chosen to stay with the Toronto Maple Leafs. And let's be honest, you love to hear it. All that talk about, him going to Arizona and playing at home and blah, blah, blah. Complete sham. It's gone. Maybe to end his career at age 39, 40. Sure. But not in his prime. And this was a tweet from Auston Matthews 46 minutes ago. I feel fortunate to continue this journey as a Maple Leaf in front of the best fans in hockey. I will do everything I can to help us get to the top of the mountain. Go Leafs go. Hashtag Leafs forever. So as a Leaf fan, you love to see that. One of the best players in hockey choosing to stay with the team. Not just saying, you know what, forget this, forget the media, forget the drama, I'm out of here. I said it right from the beginning. Anybody who brought up that Auston Matthews was going to leave, I turn to him or her and say, he loves the limelight. He loves the spotlight. He loves to be the center of attention. Look at the way he dresses. Look at the way he acts. He loves it. So why in the hell would he go play in some other minuscule market? The only other market you could think of is, in New York and in LA and places like that. Sure. But he chose to stay with the Leafs, one of the biggest hockey markets in all of hockey. And it's well deserved for him. But now let's see that next step be taken for this team. I know it's the offseason and you get the offseason juice. You're all fired up for it. But now it turns to William Nylander. And obviously I'm wearing his jersey, and I'm probably going to get an Auston Matthews one by season's beginning. But I don't know what the future holds with William Nylander. The last time they tried to dispute a contract, we all know what happened. It went to December 1st, and they settled at 6.9. Well, this is a little different now. He's a UFA at the end of next year. So if you don't get anything done by July 1st, he walking for nothing. So what happens next? Where's the domino with William Nylander? Does he say, okay, I'm not Auston Matthews-esque. I'm not going to get $10+ million and take some money and get some term and we're good to go? Or is he going to, his agent probably, really go for the money and force himself out of Toronto? We'll see. We will see how the dominoes fall. But for right now, we're here to talk about Matthews, and I am just absolutely ecstatic to see him with the Leafs for the rest of his career. Well, 4 more years. He'll be, 29, 30 by the end of that. I'm excited, man. I'm really excited to see him out there for the Leafs for another 4 more years. 5 more years, I guess, if you count this upcoming year. At the very least. Actually, he'll be 30 by the end of it. Not 29, because it's 5 more years from right now. So, yeah, there you go. So I'm jacked up. Leaf fans, you better be jacked up. If you're not and you're piss poor and you're angry, clearly you're just a negative Nancy, and that's all she wrote for you. I mean, my God, one of the best players in hockey chose to stay with the Leafs and didn't take that much of a pay raise. $1.6 million over the course of the 4 years after this upcoming season when the cap's going right up. Yeah, you're doing okay. Brad Treliving, good start. What's he got next? All right. So you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and are jacked up that Auston Matthews is a Leaf for at least, from right now, 5 more years, but after starting the new contract and their 4-year contract, let me know your thoughts. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, comment down below, go crazy. Your thoughts on Auston Matthews returning to the Leafs for an additional 4 years after this upcoming season. Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below, so go crazy down there. Also, let me know your William Nylander thoughts down in the comments. I want to hear your guys' takes on that. And I will talk to you guys, of course, Jays Edition, tonight, Game 2 of the 3-game set against the Baltimore Orioles at Camden Yard. It got changed around. I think Dean Kramer's on the hill for Baltimore today. Kevin Gausman gets the ball for the Blue Jays. And as for the Leafs, I'll talk to you guys next. Well, I mean, my God, we're almost late August now. Preseason's on its way soon. We'll talk to you guys very shortly, though. Maybe it's William Nylander edition or it's preseason edition. We'll have to see. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and are jacked up for more Auston Matthews hockey. We'll talk to you guys then.